What's up, everyone, and welcome to Friday's edition of Reptile News. Now, I'm going to start off today by saying no, I am not bringing back the green screen. Or I might, but I'm not today. See, I'm just recording out here today because it's not 300 degrees in California like it's been, and in this unconditioned room, it's only probably about 95 now, so the sweat factor is high. But I think I can get through it. Now, we're going to start off today in the Bronx, and we're going to talk about the Bronx Zoo, and they have lost another venomous snake, this time a mangrove snake, and they're telling people that they believe it is still in the area and that there's no danger to the public, but they are warning people that there is a slightly venomous snake on the loose around the area. Now, this just really gets to me because you might remember the case back in 2011 where the Bronx Zoo lost an Egyptian cobra, which was a little bit more dangerous, but it's, you know, and you might think, okay, well, it's only been 8 years since they lost another venomous snake, and I just no, that's not a good way to think. It's only been 8 years since they lost another venomous snake in their zoo. Is that and I don't want to I don't want to make them sound bad, I really don't, but it seems like they're starting to make a history of losing venomous snakes. So yeah, that was the thing. Now, back in 2011, they did find the Egyptian cobra in the reptile house where it got loose, alive and well, and hopefully they'll find this mangrove snake, and hopefully they might learn a little something about venomous snakes getting out in their zoo. Yes? Annabelle has just decided to interrupt our... No, get your butt over here. Come on. Don't shadow the green screen. Get right in the camera. Come on, over here. Annabelle has decided to interrupt our video, and she's going on YouTube for it. Come on, down here. No, you get your butt down here right now. Say hi.
Bye.
Bye. Now you say bye. But don't, you're not... The life of a parent. And now we're going to move on to Florida to actually a very interesting story that I found. You see, the governor is saying that they're going to double their python hunting efforts. Now, in 2017, they started the python hunt on public lands, and to date, they've taken 3,000 snakes, dead or alive, off of public lands. This doesn't count all of the private hunts that might be going on, which actually, not might, but are going on. But now they're saying they're doubling their efforts to get rid of this snake down in Florida. Apparently, the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Environmental Protection down in Florida have set aside 130,000 acres of public land for this hunt to go on. Now, they're not saying what doubling these efforts are going to cost the taxpayers, but you know, my own opinion is I don't care. These are animals that are invasive to our country, that don't belong here, and they just need to go. So I'm sure some people care, but particularly me, I think they should quadruple their efforts to get rid of them, and I think I think we should just do more generally. And now we're going to move on to an article I found, which was actually a really interesting one done by happyserpent.com. And in this article, it's actually an in-depth review on the 6 best heating pads on the market. And you know, at first I almost just passed this up, and then I went back and I started reading it, and it was very interesting. There's heating pad manufacturers that they recommend here that I've never even heard of. So it was very interesting getting, I guess, a better education on heating pads, and I definitely recommend anybody that uses heating pads go and read this article, and you might just learn something about them too. And now we're going to move on to a story that was done by The Guardian, and interestingly, they're saying that in the U.S., snake bites across the southern states are on the rise due to not only the climate crisis, but also just people moving and population expanding. Now, they're saying in North Carolina, Georgia, and Texas, bites are up to 2,113, 83 over last year, and are right on course to break records. And you know, as I go through this article and start reading all these statistics, it's not a surprise to me. I mean, people are growing, and it seems to me that the general outdoorsy, can you say that? Outdoorsy, the general outdoorsy knowledge of modern day people is a lot. I mean, we're losing it. We're losing. It's really hard to explain, guys. It's hard to explain to the camera, at least. But you know, when I grew up and I started going out and doing hiking and camping and everything, everybody always said, when you're out climbing and stuff, watch where you put your hands, because you don't know if there's going to be a rattlesnake or something on that ledge that that ledge you're reaching towards. Watch where you put your hands. People just aren't doing that kind of stuff anymore. So there's generally just a dumbing down of society. So it doesn't surprise me that as society grows and this dumbing down continues, that there's going to be more and more snake bites. And I mean, the only way, I don't know what can remedy it, because you and I and everybody that knows better, we can preach to the choir all day long. But until we start teaching our children some of that outdoor knowledge, again, I believe that snake bites are going to continue to rise And that, my friends, is going to be all your news for this Friday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other, and we'll see you Monday.